Hey, thanks for making it to part 2. If this is your first video for the little proxy making series, down below will be a link to part 1. I'd recommend checking it out. Once again, it's a proxy making, it's a tutorial, not really a tutorial. I don't blame you for skipping around. Here's some little, rough timestamps for the different things. Starting out, I'll show you how to kind of use MSE with the Force of Will templates. There's also a link in the description for how to download that. The second part will be kind of like butchering the template to kind of like use it for my own needs. You know, post-recording, that sounds horrible, but you know what I mean. And last part will be butchering a card just to kind of gut it out and swap in some artwork. And then at the very end we'll be kind of like showing some more layering tricks. The major takeaway from this video is learning how to use layers and use them better than I do. But yeah, without further ado, here's the video. Hey guys, Rustin here. Welcome to part 2 of the proxy making process. In this part, I'll be showing you how I make the templates for my cards and then how I kind of line up the artwork and stuff. There are 2 methods that you can do. I'll be showing you the basic method first that a lot of people do, then I'll show you kind of how I go about doing it. The first method will be using the magic set editor, which is a great little thing. Matt and Seven on the Force of Will TCG Discord. I'll be leaving a link down for the server. They did a great job getting the templates together, so I'll go and show those. So you can see here there's magic and there's a handful of others. In a more up-to-date version of the magic set editor, there are more card options, but in this version we have the Force of Will templates. I don't know if the templates work on the newer version of the magic set editor, but just follow the steps that will be in the Reddit posts I'll be linking down in the description, and just go with the ones that are shown there. But yeah, we'll get started with this. So you can make some lapis style cards, or you can make some old school cards. For the first one we're going to do, we're going to try to make the 6 Sage Stone proxy that I made in the past, and I'm just going to try to replicate that, so you guys can kind of follow along and see how to do that. Yeah, we'll go ahead and hop on here. Since we're doing the 6 Sage Stone, we're going to click on here where it says ruler, and let me actually bring this over so you guys can see it. So yeah, there's a few options here, but yeah, we'll go ahead and hit on stone, card database, 6 Sage Stone, Boosh, whoops, that's right, it's not actually called 6 Sage Stone, it's just type in 6 Sage, and there it is, the magic stone of the 6 Sages. So we'll just be copying the info from here onto the actual card. Let's go ahead and scoot this over a little bit so we can actually view it. So first off is a special magic stone. So since we're using the promotional stuff here from the older sets, the special stone tile will be going right here. So special magic stone, got that. Let me go ahead and shrink this down so we can type and read. You can type and read at the same time. This little box over here is more useful if you're using anything for typing, but we can just throw in all kinds of random stuff even though it's a magic stone. Now there are little commands that will fill in, since we're doing the old school version, it's gonna have enter with a little bubble. So we just type out the word enter, and we should hit space, and usually that will actually load in the actual bubble there, but it didn't work that time, which is a good thing to show off. If it doesn't load, highlight it, and then hit the little symbol button there, and you see it shows up as a bubble now. It is case sensitive, and for all the different commands and whatnot, there will be a little list on there of how to type them out and stuff. Let's say we want to do light, we just hit L. Actually no, it's W. Okay, now highlight it. So now we have the little light symbol on there. So you can do that, you can do tab symbols, all that good stuff. So here we have it as enter and then arrow. So I'll hit the arrow key. Hey, and there we go, actually worked that time. do recover a ruler you control. If I can spell. So next we'll hit Shift Enter, which if we were to do a regular enter, there's a little bit of a gap there you can see. So we're just gonna hit Shift Enter. Then you can see next we have a little tap symbol we need to do, which tap is a capital T and space. Did not register, so go and highlight it and star. Then there's also some colons, so colon, produce. And I believe it's parentheses 1 space, or is it 2 like parentheses at the end? Okay, no. I think it's just 1 parentheses, then star. There you go. Oh crap. There we go. It was like locked in the bubble still. Okay. So period, Shift Enter, hit T, space, didn't work, and star. You know, it's funny, like it might not actually be space that we need to hit, it might be a different key, but either way, it's good to show you like what to do if it doesn't actually load in for you. Of any attribute, play this ability only if you... So what's happening here is that there's too much text there, so I'm gonna need to delete, and then where it stops at if, I'm gonna hit Shift Enter, then I'll continue the text along here. If I can spell. Covered J/ruler. Alright, so that's all almost set up, so now we just need to go in here, the magic stone of the, wait, that's lowercase, the 6 sages. Alright, and you can see here that it's using the lapis text. I'm not a big fan of the lapis text for names, so we're gonna go over to style, and on name font, we're gonna go down to Rhea. Looks a lot cleaner in my opinion. It's also easier for our second method we'll be trying out. Now, you can also like add like different like rarities here, which if you do like a resonator or something, which, well, I can actually show you that real quick. Let's go to resonator. So see right here, it's a common. We bump it up to a, I think it's rare is when it changes. No, it's super rare. It makes it gold. So that's cool. Token. Yeah, tokens don't have anything going on there. Just drop that back to common and go back to stone. We got this all set up, and now we just need to drop some art in. So we're gonna double click it, and we'll go to let's see, I think it's in downloads for me. The art's not loading in. 1 second guys, let's just hop on over to our drive real quick. So let's close that. Another reason to come and join the Force of Will Discord is that we do have a little Google Drive that we've kind of accumulated artwork for. If you join the Force of Will Discord just for the artwork, completely understandable, you know, get that link to the drive. You won't be able to edit it or anything, but you can still like look and use the artwork that's in here. So we're gonna go to Saga Cluster, we're gonna go to Magic Stone War 0, and I've actually like done this in the past. I don't know why this like piece of art in general has been a little funky. So let's gonna try something here. So we will try downloading it, and it is downloaded as a JPEG. I'm also gonna do something just on the off chance that it's just being funky. Just gonna take our little snippet tool, and I'm just gonna make a little snippet of it. Yeah, I don't know why, because like for other images it's been working fine. So let's save the snip. We'll put in downloads and go ahead and just type in 6 sage snip. I'm not a big computer tech guy, so I don't know what the issue is that's going on there where it doesn't load in. But we gotta do workarounds, you know? Alright, so let's double click. Let's go to our downloads. And there's our little snip there. Don't know what's going on with the regular image. But we got this going on, so we're just going to resize. Yeah, let's actually make it look a little more card-like. So we're just gonna grab a corner, and I'm just gonna get it to where the Force of Will logo and all that is out of the image. I'm just gonna recenter it. And yeah, it looks good. Actually, let's lower that just a little. Yeah, right about there. Alright, and as you can see, we have it all set up. This is perfectly fine to, you know, get printed off for your proxies. You can type in the artist name here, which is Judge Mounts, Judge MT. I don't know how to pronounce that artist name. I'm assuming it's Judge MT, not sure. We got them over in there. Just, you know, credit the artist there if we want to. Then we can go to File, and then Export Card Image. We'll just say 6 Sage MSE. And that's a perfectly fine way to make proxies. It's a lot quicker than the second method, but I do prefer the second method a bit more, which I'll show you now. So I'm going to go into my pictures, and what I have going on here is that I'm just going to drop in just a gray square rectangle background. Yeah. And this will make sense later. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to File, Export, Card Image, 6 Sage, I'll say MSE template. So something that I discovered recently is that PNGs are a lot higher quality, so I'm probably going to try to save stuff as a PNG a lot more often. I know it makes stuff like transparent, but apparently it's also just like solid. So let's go ahead and 6 Sage MSE template like that. Which I'm also going to try something here, so Control Z, Z, Z. Let's see if this might actually be a game changer if this is the case. So we're gonna make this a PNG. We're gonna say this one's a test because Rustin is currently learning as he is teaching. But yeah, this is a magic set editor. That's basically how I'm gonna show you. Anything else you want to do with it, you're gonna just have to experiment on your own. Like, you can do stuff like this, you know, just random shit. Look at that, it's an inverse. Will of Hope, just all that crazy stuff. Put some time will in there. Yeah, there's a bunch of dumb stuff you can do in here. Alright, so let's go ahead and minimize this and let's get back into paint.net. We're gonna go File and Open. We'll just go Open, and let's go 4 cards. We put them in our rulers. So first up, we got our 6 Sage MSE. It's good to go. No extra steps needed here. We're gonna go File, Open. Let's go for, I want to try out the test one real quick. So this might be a game changer for me. So right now it's showing that it should be transparent, but typically when I export out of MSE, they are not actually transparent. But we're gonna go Layers, Import from File. We're gonna go Downloads. And look, yeah, it's right there. I don't know why the fuck it doesn't actually load. It's so weird. And there it is again whenever I like tried testing this out a while back. It's weird. So you saw right here, it made it bigger than the actual card, the actual template. So it like stretched it out. Also, this is a disappointment. That's not actually a transparent background. So this one is a fail in my book. So ignore this option. Rustin, feel free to cut that out. That was not useful at all. Back over to our pictures. So yeah, this was the PNG one, so this should be a higher quality. So we got this going on right here. Let's go ahead and get that 6 Sage artwork opened as well. I'm just gonna open it in its own paint.net tab for later. So let's go back over to the template here. You know, you're probably wondering, oh, why wasn't the previous one that we were trying out not good enough? It's because whenever I tried to clear this out, with the squares that has going on and the fact that it's a white background, it's gonna start fucking with the text here. And what we're trying to do here is we're just trying to clear this out so that way we can drop this image behind just the text in the template. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my little wand tool here, magic wand. Just gonna click in that, and you know it's going a little too hard in the stink, so just gonna back that off a bit. Back off a little bit more. There we go. So now it's only going around all the stuff. It's not going into it. So just gonna go ahead and hit the cut button, or you can hit delete if you want to, and boosh. And then if we go over to here, get our little rectangle select tool, go ahead and select all that, copy it, come over here. Now we're gonna go over to the add new layer button, hit the new layer. And we're gonna hit paste, and it's gonna give us a little thing. Do you want to expand the canvas? We say keep the canvas size. Hold down your shift button, grab a corner, and just shrink it down right to where it's at the border. Right, yeah, that looks good, yeah. Let's go ahead and, yeah, we'll bring this back behind the background, well, the template layer. We can go ahead and rename this template. Let's go back over to the 6 sage stone layer. We're gonna hold down shift and grab the center bottom part here. Just gonna bring this down until we don't see the Force of Will logo. It's right about, yeah. Go and release it. Now next up I'm going to do some little maintenance work in my opinion. We're going to get our wand tool, and do you see how we have these white corners? This is going to be useful for when we actually print this off. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this, which let's increase our tolerance a little. Oh, we're in the 6 sage stone, might be. Let's go back to the template. So let's grab this corner. And let's increase that as high as we can go. Oh, not that high. Let's put it at like 50 something, yeah. We're gonna hold down control and select over here. Scroll up. Select, we're holding down control by the way, and select. So currently all 4 corners are selected. We're gonna hit control C, or you can hit the little copy button up here. We're gonna make a new layer. We're gonna call this one corners, if I can spell. And then we're gonna hit the paste button. So now we have these corners in their own separate layer. So that is awesome. Alright, so we're gonna scroll back down here, go back down to the template layer. We're gonna get our rectangle select tool. Just gonna go ahead and drag, and we're gonna delete this. No offense to the artist, I'm not selling this, so, you know, like I'm the only one who's gonna be seeing this. Well, you guys watching this will also see it, but yeah, this isn't going anywhere. Go up here and select those corners and hit delete. So right now we just have this right here, but if we're printing this out, we can just drop the corners in. Yeah, good shit. So a little bit more maintenance you can do is, you see how there's like a little bit of color going on around here on the text? I like to be a little nitpicky and clear that out. So we're actually going to make another layer. I'm going to drop this down below the template but above the 6 sage stone. We're going to go into the pink, get the paint bucket, and just drop that in there. So go ahead and zoom in at the text here. You see that these little areas, there's just like some gray there. We're gonna get our wand tool, gonna click in that, gonna hit the delete button, or you can hit the cut button. Click, let's back that off a little bit. If it looks like the selection is going a little too far in, you can just back off the tolerance a little. Let's get like some pixels there, yeah. And we're just deleting a little bit of stuff here. This step isn't super necessary because like when you print it off, it's just gonna be an ink dot. but to me, like, if I was to like critique my work, I'd be a little upset that I didn't delete those little spots that could have like some very minor 6-age coloring. Just like those little things that, you know, just add a little bit of flair to it. Right there. No, that D looks good. Probably right there. Let's see if we can get that O right there. Yeah. Get that O right there. Let's clear this little space out. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Actually, let's undo that. Let's back the tolerance off just a little. Yeah. I kind of like that a little bit more. Yeah, that looks good. Let's get in that R right there. Just doing a little cleanup. Once again, not super necessary, but you know, shows that you're trying to make this look as nice as possible. Maybe in that U a little. Nah, I kind of like how that looks. Let's go into this O. That looks good. Let's get into that O too, yeah. Sure. Get that C. Get that O. Yeah, I don't hate it. Okay, get this R up here. Yeah, get this O over here. Get this R. I definitely get this R right here, yeah. Get this R over here. Yeah, we could probably delete a little bit more there, yeah, right there. It's just a tiny pixel, but we'll take that out of the P. That B could probably lose a little. That O could probably use a little. Right there between the T and the Y, that could probably take a few pixels out. Yeah. These little minor things that, you know, they'll make it look so much nicer in the end. Not on the actual card because it's very like minor pixels, but you know we did that. Alright, so that's just how I kind of clean up the text there. Looks great. Was not super necessary, but you can see like right there there's a C, the O, you can see some pink coming through. And when we, you know, clear this, you know, just like a little bit more of the color from the other side shows up instead of it being gray. Alright, so if you noticed over here at the top one where we made the whole card in MSE, there's a little bit of a transparency here. So we're gonna replicate that in this template over here. Just gonna hit select, zoom in. Don't really like how this is looking, so we're gonna select outside of it actually. We're gonna get our rectangle selection tool, and we're just gonna go ahead and let's actually zoom in a little bit so we can get this a little right. So I'm just gonna try to get the gray where it's one color of gray. So right there. And scooch on over. And right. Yeah, right there. Okay. So currently we have the 6 Sage stone's name, and then we also have a little bit of a gray box surrounding it. I'm gonna go ahead and hit copy, and we're just gonna cut it. We're gonna open up a new layer, and then we'll just go ahead and hit paste. Oh, whoops. Kind of dragged it there. Right, Control Z. Now let's zoom back in. Let's go back to our wand tool, and we're just gonna select again, and this time we're gonna pump up that tolerance just a little bit. How we looking? Let's see if we're cutting into anything. We might be cutting into some stuff. We're kind of cutting into the T here, so, and we're also cutting into that O, so let's back that tolerance off a bit. How do we look? We're still cutting into the T. Let's back off a little more. 26. Let's bump it up a little. 30 feels good. We're not cutting into the T too much. Actually, we're cutting into that T quite a bit, so let's back it off a little more. Yeah, we'll do 27. That looks pretty good. So similar to the corner situation we had going on, we're gonna hold down Control. I'm just gonna select on the inside here. Get all these little gray areas. Slide on over, hold down Control. I'm just adding all these to the selection. We're gonna use this to get the transparency going on, just bear with me. Boosh, 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 boosh. Could probably get in there, but I think that's fine how it looks, yeah. We need to get in that M a little. Get that E. The E. Let's actually zoom in on that M. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, let's get that little, yeah, oh, let's actually Control Z that. Yeah, no, let's leave it at that. Actually, how does it look if we don't do that? We're kind of cutting into that M right there, so we might need to go back and fix that, but let's go ahead and just get this in here. Let's got that going on. Alright, so we have that all selected. Fuck. Control Z. Let's go ahead and hit copy. Gonna make a, actually we're gonna hit copy, then we're gonna hit cut. And you see we had some little fuckery going on here, so we'll need to go back and fix that. Let's go ahead and hit paste. Bring it below the current layer. We're gonna call this transparency. Hit OK. Now we're gonna zoom out. Now it's nice and this whole area that we're going to be pasting in right now is in view. Paste, it's now in view. Double click transparency. We're gonna drop this down. I like to put it at like 150, like 175. Kind of feeling like let's just put it like 165. Yeah, that's about right. So if we were to bring up our 6-stage artwork, you can see now it's nice and transparent. That's nice and the one in MSC was actually darker. I'm kind of digging the lighter transparency here. So let's go back up to layer 5, and this is where the 6-stage like text is. Let's go ahead and deselect out the actual image, and looking at it, like it's like very minor things, like the T and the M here just need to be fixed. Let's whoops, let's not zoom in that far. Now let's zoom in a little bit more, and I'm zooming in on the bottom right, by the way. I probably should have mentioned that sooner. But yeah, we're gonna get our little color picker tool. Just gonna go ahead and get that. Get our pencil and pencil that in. Get our color picker again and get right there. Just gonna get our pencil and pencil that in. Just doing little minor things to clean things up. Which I'm pretty sure the gray is the same there, yeah. Let's get our color picker. Let's do, what am I looking at? I like the dark gray there, yeah. Boosh, I also need it right there. Color picker, get this one right there. Yeah. Very minor things that, like, if you're to gift these to someone, like a friend who might not be able to afford the 6-sage stones, they're not gonna notice it, but you'll know it's there. You'll know it's there. Like, put that right there, yeah. And yeah, put that right there. Oops. Let's get the darker one right there, yeah. Boosh. Very minor things that, once again, no one except for you is really gonna notice, but doing the little things that people aren't going to notice will kind of just add up over time and make it just look like a much nicer end result. it'll look like a much nicer end result. This is kind of how I prefer to make my custom cards. I'll usually use MSE as like the base template, and then I'll go in and just gut out everything except for the text and the actual like boxes or the symbols that they use, and I'll just kind of like make my own like card through paint.net. So yeah, this is good in my book. So we'll go ahead and hit File, Save As. We'll save it as a PNG. So we'll say 6 sage stone, ready. Yep, just max quality, 32-bit, yeah. Pro tip, hit Control Z after you do that, and then save this as its own little template. So save as, template, ready. So if you want to go in and make like some minor changes, or if you want to go in and like use some different artwork or something for it, you're all good to go there. That's kind of what I'll do with my tokens, is that I'll make it here, and then I'll just like drop artwork, save as, Control Z, drop artwork, save as, Control Z, and then I'll go into my like actual printing page, and then I'll like load everything up there, get it nice and organized, and then I'll print it off. This is how I made the 6 sage stones that you guys saw at the start of the video. So let me just go ahead and do a different thing here. So let's go ahead and hit open. Let's go to downloads. I'm gonna show you how I made my Virgils. So let's, there's Virgil, okay. So as a majority of people who use MSE for the Force of Will templates, they know that there has not been a template made for the Saga template, which I completely understand not doing it. Not everyone likes this template, but if you kind of want to like use the template, but toss in like your own artwork or stolen artwork from like a video game, like I did, this is one of the ways they can go about it. We'll be using similar tools like we did here, where we use the wand tool, but in here it's going to be a little more complicated. One, we have artwork like covering the actual like window here, and there's also covering like, you know, the little like, well, it's not covering the resin area, it's going underneath the resin area and all that stuff. So there's a few ways you can go about this. One way is to just start selecting it and just deleting it and just butchering it like that. So that's one way to go about it. Let me show you another way to go about it. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back onto the Force of Will page, go to card database. Let's go ahead and select a set. We'll go ahead and go with the 7th, hit find. Again, go ahead and select the darkness. Oh, that's right, we still have 6 sage. There you go, now we can hit enter. There we go. So all the darkness cards are loading up. So let's go over to, we'll see what we feeling. Go with Belial's favor, sure. Actually, no, let's get one that's a resonator. So let's do Asmodeus's demon. Go ahead and hit save as. Go back into paint.net. And these images should be the same size, so let's go ahead and hit layer, import from file. Were they the same? I think they're the same. Let's close that out. Yeah, they are the same size. Okay, good shit, good shit. So, those of you who understand how layers work, you can probably guess what we're gonna be doing here. We're going to go ahead and just select. We're not gonna be worrying about any of this down here. Let's go ahead and just delete that. Alright. So this is one way you can go about it. I'm going to use the wand tool. Go ahead and select that. Delete. I'm actually not gonna have this black top. Fuck the black top. Delete that. Select and delete. 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 You know, something that we should probably do, we should probably get another layer going on. Let's put that in the middle. Use the paint bucket so we can kind of see what we're working with. Oh, that's weird. Thought I set that to pink. That show back that what? What is going on there? Anyone else seeing this? That is odd. Am I blind? That was weird. Okay, it was not working for some reason. There you go, though. Let's go ahead and get our selection tool. Delete. Delete. So yeah, we're just cleaning this up a little bit. Go. Just clean this up. So yeah, you'll clean this up a little bit more, and then we're gonna go in here. So resonator doesn't need to change because on Virgilius it just says resonator on there, so don't need to change anything there, so we can leave that. But Virgilius is not a demon, so we're gonna need to kind of clean this up a bit. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get our clone tool, clone stamp, I mean. Let's go ahead and increase the, actually, not increase the hardness. Hardness is fine, it's whatever, we'll keep that 75. Meant to just zoom in. So we're gonna hit Control, and now that little area is selected, and try to keep it about the same horizontal. And we are on the we're on the pink layer. Let's go back up to Asmodeus' demon. There we go. Just gonna hold down Control. We're now selecting that area, and now we're just gonna cover this up. Just cleaning it up, just back and forth, back and forth. Very tedious, but you know, this is a way to make a template. Try not to like drag in, or else you start having that going on. So just take your time, back and forth. These little minor imperfections you see, they're not going to show up whenever you actually print it. And if they do, it's hardly noticeable. Also, this is going to be covered saying human here in a second, so not like the biggest of deals. So yeah, this is kind of how I made Virgilius. The little promos, not little promos, the little proxies I made with Virgil as the artwork. So yeah, this is one of the ways you can kind of get it going, is that you pick a card that doesn't have any artwork going into the actual like template's name area, and then we're gonna go over to Virgilius, and what we're gonna do, we're just gonna kind of clean this up, like select that, just hit delete, and delete again, delete, there we go. Go. Just cleaning that up. Don't really need to like go as deep in there as I did there, but you know, perfectionist. Go. Let's go ahead and hit copy. Go up a layer, gotta hit paste. That's all good to go. So if we actually hide this layer, now it says resonator human, we're all good there. Let's go back over to Virgilius layer, get it selected in there. So once again, we're gonna need to do some cleanup here, and then we're also gonna need to make sure that this shows up down there. Let's actually work on the wheel real quick. So yeah, we can delete the resonator part. We can also delete. Actually, how much do we delete of that? Oh wow, actually like loads in fine. So let's go ahead and delete, and yeah, that's nice and organized. Yeah, look at that shit. Look how nice that is. Yeah. Delete. Alright, so let's bring this up. So Asmodeus is demon. The wheel is not the same. Let's go ahead and delete that. Delete this little section. Actually, let's Control Z that. We need Control Z a little bit here. We accidentally cut this part off here. Let's go ahead and let's see. How we looking? Let's hide the Asmodeus one. So yeah, we accidentally cut into there too much, so let's Control Z that. So we need to keep that in there, so let's just delete the resonator part on here. There we go. And we'll also delete this part right there and that part right there. That's looking nicer, yeah. Yeah. And we'll do something similar with what we did with the 6H stone, where we'll select this background here and we'll make it transparent so the artwork shows up through it. Let's go ahead and get all that deleted. Go. Alright, so we got the Asmodeus card up here. Let's go ahead and delete this wheel here. Just trying to delete just the wheel. Just the wheel, there we go. Yeah, that beautiful, beautiful artwork is showing through. Good shit, good shit. Alright, so we got that going on. Let's go, actually, yeah, we can stick with the Asmodeus' demon right here. So we're gonna do the same thing we did with the human, except we'll be cleaning up the demon, Asmodeus' demon here. Let's go back to our clone tool. Yeah, make the brush size a little bit bigger, just to kind of speed things up. Oops, not that. I was holding down shift, so Control, click. Keep it about the same horizontal. I'm on the wrong layer. Let's Control Z that. There we go. Now we're on the right layer. Okay. There we go. Be mindful of where the little stamp area is. If you start to go down into like down there, you're gonna start dragging that color up to where you're trying to clean up. So just be mindful of that. Yeah, we're just cleaning this up. Okay, nice and pretty. Oops. Did I drag into that? Just be safe. Oh, see, there you go, I just did that. Yep, ah, damn it. Control click. Boosh. Let's drag back on over. Control click. And we are horizontal, there we go. Now, you know, some people are very skilled to where they can just recreate this, you know. I'm not an artist. I'm doing this in a way that the average Joe could do this. You just gotta be mindful of your layers. And just be patient. Ah, fuck, I did it again. There you go. There you go. That looks pretty good. So now we can get Virgilius's name in here. You can kind of see like little bubbles here. That's not going to be very noticeable when you print it off. Bring this layer back up. So we need to clean this up here. Let's go ahead and zoom in and get this selected and cut. Get this selected and cut. Let's cut this out too. Basically anywhere where it looks like Virgilius's artwork is cutting into the template is what we're deleting. So like we're gonna need to delete all of this boy's head right here. There we go. So yeah, we're just repeating the process. We can use the wand tool if we want to. I'm gonna wait until we kind of clear this out a little bit more. Then we'll go into that. Go ahead and, oh shit. Hey guys, we almost forgot a very key thing. We need to keep these corners. So let's zoom out real quick. Grab our wand, select that corner. It's going all the way down to that corner. Control click. So we got everything selected there. Let's go ahead and make a new layer. Call this corners. I'm gonna hit the paste button. There we go. I'm just gonna drop this back behind the layers that way we don't accidentally start deleting into it. So let's go back over to the Virgilius tab. Get our selection tool and select that and cut. Select that and cut. And delete. And delete. Let's go and get our wand tool and get this all deleted. Yeah. Let's also bring this back up. Oh, this is actually not showing up. There we go. Let's go ahead and delete this. Oops. Rectangle. And yeah, you can see down here it does look a little pixelated. That's not going to show up all that well whenever you print it off. It's going to look more rounded when you print it off. Let's delete all that. Delete all that. Delete. Delete. Let's go ahead and zoom in. So right now we have the Asmodeus layer checked. Let's go ahead and uncheck that, just so we can see what we need to clear out. Let's clear that out. Get our wand tool. Delete that. Delete, 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 delete. You can also use the eraser tool if you want to. I kind of save that if I'm like mass deleting a area. Oh, do we actually? No, we kind of wanted to keep that. Yeah. Delete that. All right, let's just focus on Virgilius's name here. So let's go ahead and select there. Delete, 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 delete. Go. The red should be pretty easy. Get back to that. Ooh, that cut in weird. No, that looks pretty good. Yeah. Select in here, delete. Boosh, boosh. Oops. Boosh, boosh. Right there, and there, and there. Let's go ahead and get the regular selection tool and kind of clean up here. You really don't have to get like super detailed in here because once again, when you print it off, it's not going to show up all that crazy like. But let's try to get rid of like all this red here. Yeah, let's get all this red here. So let's zoomy zoom. So yeah, another way of making proxies that, you know, comes to mind is like, you could just like make your own template, use your own font and all that good stuff. It's definitely an option. It's just that if you're like me, you kind of want to keep the original vibe of the card, but you want to throw in like some different artwork is my mindset. Like I heard Dante and Virgil were going to be in this set, and like my mind immediately went to DMC. So I was like, alright, goal number one, let's do it for the memes, is basically what my mind was. So yeah, we're just getting in here. It's kind of cleaning up. Let's get that, and that. Let's also get this right here. Yeah. That looks pretty good. If you want to select one pixel, you gotta use the wand, but there you go. So that should be pretty cleaned up on Virgilius's name. So let's go ahead and show the Asmodeus layer again. And yeah, that looks... no, we should probably clean that up a tiny bit more. Oops. So yeah, we should actually get this area. Yeah. All right there. Let's get our wand tool. Let's go and delete all these pixels. Yeah. It's a slightly different hue. That is still like a grayish situation going on there. So yeah, let's get all that. Yeah, let's just clean this up. Make it look as nice as possible. Go. Let's get all this right here. Make that look nice. Make that look nice. There we go. Let's hide the demon layer. Right there, yeah. Let's get all this cleaned up. Fuck. There's a pixel. Which layer is that on? There we go. That was weird. I think that was on the layer where we moved the human to a different layer because I was like worried about fucking it up, but hindsight, probably didn't need to do that, but it doesn't hurt to have things on separate layers. You're less likely to accidentally fuck something up if it's on a separate layer. Go. We're almost done. Alright, that should be it. Alright, looks like the name and typing are all good to go, so let's go ahead and reintroduce that. Yeah, that looks good, yeah. So it looks like we just have a few minor things to clean up here. So we're gonna use our selection tool. Go and delete that. Need to clean this up a little bit. Go. It looks like it's on the Asmodeus' demon layer, so let's go ahead and get that going. Drop down to that layer. There we go. Clean this all up. So yeah, I'll clean that up like later. So similar to down here with the text, we're gonna be using the wand tool. Oops, let's go back over to the Virgilius layer. So yeah, get that selected, delete. Ooh, that selected really well. Look at all that. Just on the off chance that this accidentally goes into the actual text, what we're gonna do is we're going to click on this, we're going to duplicate the layer. Just gonna drop this down here, down where we have the corners, just on the off chance that we fuck up somewhere and we don't notice until like are basically like done, because I've done that before. So this will be our backup layer, so we'll call this backup text. Or back text, whatever. Alright, so select that. Because like looking here, it looks like it's not going into any of the actual text. So, looks good there. So let's go ahead and delete. I was on the wrong one, so let's try that again. So Control Z, 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 Z. Let's click on the background layer. There we go. So delete, delete, delete. And yeah, we're just kind of going in there, just cleaning up all that, getting rid of Virgil's artwork. And I'm gonna treat this, oh, see, look, we already fucked up right there. So Control Z, Z, how far back? Okay, so right there, that's where we fucked up. So yeah, we're kind of doing it just like we do with the 6-stage stone. So I'll actually jump cut to when I'm done here. And we'll reconvene. I'm basically doing this, and I'm also gonna go in and like, you know, zoom in here. Right there, I'm gonna clean that up. Doing it very similar to the 6-stage stone, just this is a lot more tedious, but the end result looks pretty damn cool. So we shall reconvene after I'm done. Feel free to pause the video and catch up yourself if you've been going along. Alright. Oh yeah, if this happens, you know, drop the tolerance down, and if you have that going on there, just go ahead and get your regular selection tool and just kind of guesstimate. Like right there, that looked pretty good. Like let's say this D just does not want to get selected properly. I'll just kind of guesstimate. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Just kind of cleaning it up to where you like it. So yeah. Jump cut in 3, 2, 1. And we are back. Alright, so nice and cleaned up. So if there's ever a part where you mess up at, remember that you can always go to layer and import from a file and just select that file again and drop it in here. So let's say I like fucked up like this corner right here. Which, speaking of corners, I actually did fuck up the corners. Somewhere along the way I accidentally deleted the corners. So this is a perfect example of me having fucked up somewhere. So I'll go layers, layers, import from file, and then we're just gonna scroll down and grab Virgilius again. Oh, there he is. So yeah, drop him in. Let's say I like fucked up here. So just like delete. Don't need any. Well, I do need some of that. Let me actually Control Z. Let me get the corners first, the part that I fucked up on. So there's that, and actually on the newer cards it actually selects all of it. So let's go ahead and do a little copy. Let's go down to our corners layer and hit paste. All right, now back up here. So let's say we fucked up somewhere like around here in the corner. We'll get our select tool. We'll just oh shit, right? Corners. There we go. Forgot that does that. So yeah, back up here. So we don't need any of that. We just fucked up on this little corner over here. Right here, let's say we fuck up on the circle. Alright, so delete, delete, delete. See, it does it there too, yeah. Back to corners, boosh, there we go. Let's go ahead and just get all this there and delete that, yeah. Okay. So yeah, let's say we fucked up on the little corner area over here. Let's say the wheel is like not looking good over here. Let's zoom in here. So we know this part is good, so we can go and delete that. Let's delete this over here. cut. You can kind of see where like the art kind of like starts to blend there, so I may have actually fucked up over here, so let's delete that, like that. Yeah. So yeah, we got all that going on there. This part can't get deleted. Let's get our select tool. There we go, clean that up. So yeah, that's like one way to kind of like, instead of trying to redo everything or Control Z to the point to where you fucked up, you can always just like reinsert the artwork, and since it's all the same size, you know, it's an easy fix. So I'm actually just making this a little thicker because if I'm right, this is like, yeah, I made that way too thin. Yeah, so let's go ahead and just that going. I think I'll actually swap over to the erase tool. Just kind of round that out. Once again, these are pixels. They are ink dots. At the end of the day, will probably not be noticed. And depending on the artwork you toss in here, might not even show up. So there's that. So yeah, this is basically how I got the Virgilius template going, which yeah, let's get that look a little cleaned up. Let's use our pencil. Are we in the wrong? Oh yeah, that's right. Let's go background. Use the little ink dot right there. And get our pencil and just not that layer. Is it in back text? This is the issue when you have a bunch of layers. There we go. That was some stuff. Okay. Yeah, let's make that alright. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah. Cool. We got all that set up, so the Virgilius template is ready. We can see that I made the text all nice. Once again, main tools I use, the rectangle select and the magic wand. So what I did this time is that I used the rectangle select tool as much as I could, and then I went in and I used the magic wand to kind of like get in the little bubbles areas and stuff. And if there's a place where the white might be like slightly off-white, I'll still use the magic wand there. Just I'll drop the tolerance down so that way it's not like grabbing a hold of the white that's around the actual text. And once again, if you fuck up, you can always have that like backup layer, you know, like right here. If I fucked up on the text somewhere, I could like fix it right there. But yeah, in my opinion, this is all good to go. We can drop some artwork in here. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's do layers. Actually, let's open up a different image because I'm pretty sure these are bigger than what we're working with. Let's go for this Virgil, yeah. So we got this Virgil, which I think this might be fan art. I can't tell what we got here. It's too pixelated. Alright, this is actually small. If this is smaller than what we're actually working with, I might use a different image. So let's go copy. Let's make a new layer. Go ahead and drop this in here, paste. Ah, yeah, that's that might be a little small. That might not look that great. Actually, it's fine. Yeah, it's well now that we're zooming in further, it's woof. Yeah, I'm not digging that. Yeah, if we had like a higher res version. So let's go file. Let's open. I know this one's a higher res, yeah. Yeah, let's go for this one. So we're just gonna get our select tool. And I'm gonna go ahead and just select about a vertical rectangle's worth. Let's go hit copy. And we're already on, we'll name this art. Go ahead and paste, and we'll keep canvas size. Oh yeah, that was a huge one. That was a huge one. Zoom out. Hold down shift. Let's move this over with the arrow keys. Yeah, look at that. That looks pretty awesome. Let's see, what else do we want to do with this? We want to make this a little transparent so we can kind of see the artwork behind it. So we're going to do something very similar to what we did with the 6H stone. But first, let's go ahead and merge all these layers down. So that way we're not like grabbing a bunch of shit. Actually, let's not do that because this one has the text. No, that one doesn't have text. That one's a fix. This one. This is the one we want to keep away from all the other ones. This one right here. This is the good one. Drag that up. So all these layers right here, we're going to merge them down, except for the corners layer. We're not going to merge that. Let's go ahead and merge down, merge down. So now we have less to deal with. Yeah. Right? Oh, nope, something's fucked up here. I see. We have back text, and then, yeah. That just gets rid of some of the stuff. Okay, never mind. Alright, Rustin fucked up on the layers at some point. That's no biggie. We can always get that fixed. So we'll be using the background here though. So let's go ahead and get our wand tool. Select that. Let's increase the tolerance a little bit. That's a little too much. How we feeling? How we feeling, guys? I want to get not this gray border. So I'm gonna grab here, increase it just a tiny bit, and we'll kind of work from here. We'll pick and choose from here. So let's zoom in, and we're gonna be using the control key here. So hold down control, and select that. There. Select in there. Let's go back to try to grab out here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Select right there. Let's get that part right there, and in the E. Let's get the little dot in the R. Let's try to get that little, there's some dots right there, yeah. Those dots right there, yeah. That's fine. I can always like fix that later if I don't like how it looks. Let's grab in there. Get in that U, yeah. Get in the S. This little patch right there. Get those little dots. Yeah, get in the R. A little section, that section. Now there we go, yeah. Get in the E. And yeah, we'll do like we do with the 6H stone, where like if I don't like how a pixel looks, we'll go in and like fix it afterwards. Because we're dealing with pixels here, we don't have to be an artist. We can just go in there, have an easy fix. Yeah, once again, holding down control the whole time we're selecting. Let's see. Yeah. Get that. That. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. Yeah. I might fix that little dot right there. Okay, so we're also gonna get here, so let's get there. Let's go back and get that. Whoops. I did not hold down control. Hold down control. There we go. There we are. Do I want to get down here? Yeah, I kind of want to get that too, yeah. Let's get that on the edge. And there, get this little corner. This little corner, and I can't reach over there. Get that. Get that little corner. I didn't get the corner, damn. Alright, let's get that right there. Let's get that little corner pixel. Yeah, there we go. There. Right there. I'm feeling right there. Right there. Let's get over here. Actually, I don't think I like that. Yeah, we'll probably go in and fix that, yeah. But these right here we can get. Yeah. I don't know, I feel like that's a little too tiny. We're probably good here. But I do want to get over here, yeah. There we go, that looks pretty good. So yeah, we'll probably go in and fix that up a bit, yeah. I'm not feeling too hot on that. But we also have this back text layer which already has human on there, so we might just move this one up, like the text of it. So that's not a biggie. Okay, so we have this right now. We're going to go ahead and hit copy. We're going to cut. Then we're going to make a new layer. We're going to hit paste. And then we're going to drop this transparency down. We'll drop it like, how's that look? Let's do like 175 maybe might look nice. It's not bad, yeah. Okay, let's see how that looks. So let's go ahead and... I don't hate it, yeah. Yeah, I kind of dig it. I think the 175 was the way to go on that. So let's zoom in here. So yeah, the human here looks a little meh. So let's bring up this box right here. Yeah. Actually, yeah, no, that was actually about right. Yeah, it looks like... No, we're good actually. That's how it was supposed to look. If anything, we could probably like clear out a little bit more, but I think it's fine. It's just a few pixels. Yeah. When you look at it, you're probably only gonna be able to see about this far with your like naked eye. So I think that's fine. See if there's anything. Yeah, no, these layers are all good now. Yeah, so we can actually merge these if we want to, but in case I want to make it like a little less transparent, I kind of want to keep it as is. But it looks good to me. Something else we could do, we could probably remove the text box and just have the text by itself. Maybe remove the flavor text. Which I think we'll actually do. I think we'll remove this flavor text, yeah. Yeah, so let's go ahead and, is it on this layer that's on? No. Yeah, it's on that layer, okay. So we'll go ahead and hit cut. Oops, wrong one. So Control Z, go down to the background layer, and now hit cut. Then you know what? Well, I think we'll keep the text box, but I think we'll drop it down a little. So let's go ahead and select that, and then we'll hit the move. Just gonna drop this down. Yeah. Now drop it down. Okay, right. Maybe a little higher up, yeah. I think that looks good. Yeah. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's also that's a little different than what I did before with the other Virgil, so I'm pretty happy with that. So let's say you wanted to like have his sword or his hair like cutting into the actual like template area over here. You would just have to do something similar to what we've been doing, where we would, you know, make a duplicate of this layer. So actually, let's make 2 duplicates real quick. We're going to call this one test and test, yeah. Let's actually drag these up. So let's go ahead and actually let's be smart about this. Let's go ahead and delete this. Now let's drag the test one up to where the hair is cutting into it like that. That kind of works, but let's go ahead and stretch it out. So yeah, the hair is currently cutting into it. So what we would do right here is that we would make a duplicate layer, and we're going to bring this on top of the text. And I like that it's right there. We have the human still like showing here, but we're going to grab our selection tool, and we're going to go ahead and just go ahead and cut that, and go ahead and cut that, and cut that, and cut that. And we might as well just like cut this off just to kind of like lower the amount of area we have to work with. Let's zoom in here, And you could use something like the magic wand tool to kind of select some areas. Let's increase the tolerance to, yeah, about 36 looks good. And we're just gonna kind of go in here and select, and just gonna go ahead and delete like that. If I can get those pixels, there we go. Probably get the selection tool for that part right there, yeah. And yeah, that's kind of how you have stuff like cut into the text box, so we got that going on there. Oh, we need to delete the bottom part here. So boosh, there we go. So yeah, this is a slightly cooler version. We have his model going into it. Makes it a little more dynamic, like it is the super rare version. I mean, not super rare, the Marvel rare version, where the artwork cuts into the actual template. So yeah, that's a way you can do that. You just have to have the layer set up to where when you duplicate it and move it on top, you're basically erasing stuff to make it look like it's popping out. So yeah, a little more dynamic. So yeah, we got that option with that. And we also have just a little more artwork, but I'm kind of digging the pop here. So I think for this one, I think this will be one of the ones that we do a print of. So let's go ahead and hit File and Save As. We'll do Virgil new template. If I can type, wow, holy shit. So Save As. Going to do as a PNG. We'll say Virgil new ready. Alright, so we got some images ready. In the next part, I'll be showing you guys how to set that up. The kind of paper I've been printing on. After that, I'll probably show you how I've been kind of cutting them out. Lately, I've kind of like updated that method as well, but that'll do it for this video. If you have any questions or anything, like, feel free to reach out. If you want to see how I do an alternative card, I can show you that as well. It's basically the same steps here. There's just like a little bit more of layering action going on, but it's pretty much the same thing there. If you made it all the way through the video, have a good night. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.